Hey everyone, LP here. I wanted to talk to you about the people on the left, the people with blue ties, they're still delusional. Guys, listen to me carefully. I'm going to show you a video here where this guy is just dreaming up the most crazy stuff on the planet. This is not a joke. I've actually tried to find him on TikTok, but I can't find him anywhere for some reason. Um, yeah, my friends over there in the chair force, yeah, I would be like, really? This is a classic example of how the military has been tainted over the years to really start to believe their own BS. So with that said, do me a favor, give me a second. I'm going to push a button. We're going to get right into this. Okay, so this gentleman right here, he's supposed to be vet TikTok or TikTok vet or something to that effect. And I'm going to play his full video. It's like 4 minutes long, so don't be shitting kittens, all right? But the reality is that he's a little lost. We're going to go over what he was talking about, and I can show you how delusional these people are. But you know what? Might just be dumb enough to try it. Well, let's find out. I'm going to push play on this, and we'll see. We'll see what this guy's got to say.
I want to just leave this short. It's 4 minutes. We'll do this before 5. Guys, don't forget, it's we the people, okay? We have executive order coming out 13848, right? It's going to be implemented. It's been out. Donald Trump helped create it. And it's going to come back to bite him in the ass because what it does is it says how we have to proceed when we realize that there has been outside interference in our elections. There definitely has been. They're going to reveal that on the 20th of December because 45 days from November 6th brings us to December 20th, which is 6 days from today. So this coming Friday. So have a great weekend. Do your laundry. Hang your stuff out if you can. Change the sheets to your bed. Go grocery shopping. Get everything set up. Go to church tomorrow or don't. Pray at home. Hold hands. Love the ones you're with. Be good to yourselves. And let's get our country back, right? Next week, the Friday, I have a feeling this Executive Order 13848 will be implemented. And if not, a month from then, December 20th to January 20th, the day of the inauguration, we, the people, are going to have to show up in Washington and have this guy step down. The 3% rule states that if you have 3% of a group of people's population, 3% of a particular population, if they gather en masse, they can change everything. So we have 330 million Americans. 10% of that is 33 million. And what's a third of that? 11 million. 11 million of us have to show up on Washington, D.C. on January 20th and have this guy step down. He'll see 11 million people. Talk about a crowd. He'll have a coronary and he'll have to step down. We got to do it. And we can't depend on the people out west. God bless. But for those of us here in New Jersey, New York, Massachusetts, Long Island, Connecticut, right? Everybody, we got to converge on Washington. Black, white, trans, LGBTQ2, drag queens, peacefully, cohesively, we're going to meet and have this guy step down on January 20th. That's our fail-safe. And I just want to put a smile on your face because I don't know if you remember, but I'm 61. And in the 70s, watching cartoons on Saturday morning, they had this thing called Schoolhouse Rock. And they would try to teach you about our government through songs. And I'll sing the one that I remember. I remember how it goes. We the people, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice and ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity, to ordain and establish this Constitution for the United States of America, right? We the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, and promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty for ourselves and our posterity, do ordain and establish this Constitution for the United States of America. Then your mother, you watch that on TV, you'd be watching Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Doo was over. You had your second bowl of Captain Crunch. Fat Albert's about to come on, your mother would come out. Turn the TV off. That's it. That's enough cartoons. Put your cereal bowls in the sink, get dressed, and get the hell outside. I'll put you to work. So that's how we were treated. And you went outside at 10, and you had to stay outside all day. Your mother was cleaning. She was making dinner. She didn't want you in the way. Anyway, good times. Oh, I've been too long. It's 8 minutes now. I'll try to keep these shorter, but just smile, man. Donald Trump is going away. Have a great weekend, and I'll talk to you soon.
Okay, guys. Sorry for the split there. Had to do a little bit of editing because I talked for another 5 minutes with the microphone muted. Anywho, what I want to show you now is something called the American Presidency Project. It's actually at presidency.uscb.edu. And the reason is because many of the executive orders that were written by Donald Trump have been wiped off Wikipedia. That if you didn't know, they are left-leaning. Also, they have been removed. Some of them have been removed from the actual White House repository, and which is against the law. And but it is what it is. So this is the actual executive order. Okay. Um, the guy in the video. I really tried to reach out to him, but I just can't find him on TikTok. If he sees this video or you want to share it with him, that's fine. But there's some delusion in there. Okay. So the exact order itself, and you really only have to read a few parts of this. Okay. I've read the entire thing. So if you want to come back behind me and read the whole thing and find out, oh, this guy really is nuts, then please do spend the time doing that. Where are we at here? I, Donald Trump, President of the United States, find that the ability of persons located in wholesome, wait a minute, in whole or substantial part outside the United States to interfere or undermine public confidence in the United States elections. All right, so in the very first sentence, this is talking about people outside of the United States of America. So Trump ain't going anywhere because of this. If and this kind of does go on. He's talking about the 45 days, no later than 45 days of the conclusion of the after the conclusion of a United States election, the Director of National Intelligence, in consultation with the heads of the other appropriate agencies, shall conduct an assessment of any information in indicating that a foreign government or person acting as an agent on behalf of a foreign government has acted with the intent purpose of interfering with the election. So he's literally implying that Captain Red Tie, the good guy, is somehow a foreign agent who somehow is not wholly or in part outside. That's confusing. He hasn't left the country in a while. I mean, he went to France to do the whole thing, Macron. But the reality is that this doesn't apply to him. Then they've got another section here. Within 45 days of receiving the assessment described in this section, the Attorney General, section holder, and consult with the heads of other appropriate agencies and appropriate state and local, blah, 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 nothing to the extent of which any foreign interference that targeted election infrastructure materially affected the security or integrity of the infrastructure, a tabulation of votes or timely transmissions, and it's like and it doesn't mean anything. The executive order is focused on people outside of the United States so that it stops foreign entities from interfering with the election, which Obama said didn't happen, but 4 years later now says happened. All right, if you guys notice the signature line here, let me make this simple, okay? The last two things here. This order shall be implemented consistent with applicable law and subject to the availability of appropriation. So one, it's got to be like there's got to be like a law that says, if you're the sitting or acting president or something like that, that you'll be forced to step down. No, that's not what it is. Also, this is not intended to and does not create any right or benefit, substantive or procedural, enforceable at law or in equity by any part against the United States, its departments, agencies, or entities, its officers, employees, or agents, or any other person. Signed, Donald J. Trump. Boom. So basically, the president of the United States, as well as the elected presidents of the United States, as well as the former president of the United States, yeah, it doesn't affect them. It has nothing to do with them at all. Yeah, gotta love it, man. So getting back on point, this executive order was never rescinded. It's still in effect. Some of these people think that it's going to be applicable, that they're going to use it, that they're going to drop this magic truth bomb on the 20th. But they didn't even bother to read the entire order and find out that it doesn't actually apply to American citizens living in the United States. Yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting. So, if you disagree with me, put it in the comments. If you agree with me, put it in the comments. I'm sorry to make you go through all of this, but this supposed truth bomb that is going to be, it's actually what they call a shit bomb. All right. If you don't believe me, look it up. It's a real thing that they're probably going to try and drop on the 20th. And it's going to be like, oh, they may even start talking about it tomorrow. But anyway, I'm going to step off my soapbox for a second, let you guys get back to more important things. And thank you for hanging out with me. As usual, do me a favor, hit that thumbs up on the way out the door. It helps the channel and it's free. If you are subscribing, if you're watching for the first time and subscribing, I don't do a lot of political stuff, but I had to speak out on this because this guy has lost his mind if he thinks that 11 million people are going to show up on J6 or J20 and he's going to be forced to step down. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think that's what's going to happen. I don't think that in any way, shape, or form. All right, guys, you know the deal. Stay safe. Have a great day, and I'll see you when I see you. Bye bye.